everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Thanks for joining me. I am so excited to have you all here. I want to first introduce myself for anybody who doesn't know me. My name's Andrea Cruikshanks and I have been in this business for 6.5 years and I'm an advanced director with Pampered Chef. So I wanted to pop on and show you guys a tried and true recipe that our family definitely loves, and there's so many different twists you can do with this recipe, and just the fact that it's so quick to do. So if you're like me and a busy mom who also works outside of the home and has 3 hungry boys that come 5 o'clock, it's dinner time and you need to figure out what to do, this recipe is perfect. So it is the lemon artichoke pasta. So I will be showcasing the recipe in the comments, so make sure to check out the comments so you can see it, because you guys are going to want to do this in your kitchen as well. So we are going to get started. Like I said, super easy, okay guys? When you're doing this on your own, it's going to be so quick for yourselves. So we are first going to juice a lemon. So if you don't have a lemon, you can also use lemon juice, but I want to show you guys a really cool trick. So you're going to cut your lemon in half, squeeze out all the lemon juice. Okay, you guys see this? Look, like I've squeezed this. I can't get any more juice out. It is pretty drained. I want to show you guys how much juice is still left in this lemon. So our citrus press is phenomenal for this. Most people think that you have to put it in this way, but it's not. You actually put it in upside down like this, so then the press pushes out all the lemon juice. So watch how much more juice is in this lemon. Like we need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and like look how much more we got from the lemon. So here I hand squeezed, and we were able to pretty much produce the exact same amount with the citrus press after we had already squeezed it. Now that's bone dry, guys. So we have our lemon juice, put it together. So we are going to measure 2 tablespoons and add it to our rock crock. So the reason why I chose this dish is because this pot is the most versatile pot on the market. If you aren't familiar with the rock crock line, you're gonna be impressed. So this one here is our Dutch oven. We do have a couple sizes of these pots. This one's the Dutch oven. This is the biggest of the 2. And it's, like I said, so versatile, guys. It does come with its own cookbook, which I will get into in a few minutes. But there's so many recipes you can do in this. This was one of my first pieces that I got as a consultant. I was so pumped for it. And I remember I was debating between the sizes, and one of my teammates, she's like, you wanna go big. Get the bigger one because you can cook less in a big pot than more in a small pot. I'm like, that totally makes sense. So I got the Dutch oven first. That was my first rock crock piece, and it was the best decision that I ever made because the amount of dishes you can create in this is insane. So we just did 2 tablespoons of the lemon juice, and we are also going to add in spaghetti and stock. So I personally like the spaghettini noodles. I don't like spaghetti noodles. They're too thin for me. So we need to do 10 ounces, 12 ounces of spaghetti. So you can actually measure it if you really wanted to, or you can just eyeball it. So I tend to eyeball it quite a bit. So you want to grab your noodles and break it in half like this. And then you're going to put them in the pot. I'm going to do a little bit more. So usually, I think I usually find it's about 2 little handful sizes. There we go. So So we have those now inside the pot, and you're gonna do 4 cups of chicken broth. Now I've measured this chicken broth so many times for so many recipes. I know this is 4 cups. So I'm just gonna pour this whole thing in. And that's it for the pasta, guys. This is honestly the easiest dish. It's insane. So the reason why you use chicken broth is because the noodles are actually gonna soak up the chicken broth and give it some flavor, and you don't need to drain this. This is the coolest part. So we're just gonna move these noodles around, make sure. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Like I said, I never measure. I'm really bad for that. I always eyeball things, but it always works out. That's the beautiful thing with Pampered Chef. Like, every recipe always turns out. We've only ever had one recipe that was not good, that none of us liked except for my oldest son. He thought it was amazing. So we're gonna put the lid on, and we are going to put this in the microwave, guys. Microwave dishes, like, it's amazing. It's gonna go in the microwave for 8 minutes. So I'm gonna go over here. There we go, and now it's cooking. So that's doing its own job now. We get to do the rest of it. This meal is done in about 20 minutes. Like, it's really, really quick. So we're gonna turn on our brand new electric grill and grill right over here. So it's awesome, there's an on-off switch. I am gonna go over to the grill, and I set it for 4 minutes. Because we are gonna grill up some chicken, because this recipe can be a vegetarian dish, but my family loves their meat, so we add chicken to it. So I'm gonna do some grilled seasoned chicken. So to make it cook a lot faster and then less work for me to do, I'm actually gonna cut these up into little chicken strips. So this here is our closing cut. It's awesome for your bagels in the morning, or if you have a bunch of grapes or cherry tomatoes for slicing in half. And I love filleting my chicken because, I don't know about you guys, but I go to the grocery store and these chickens, they're like on hormones. They are massive, and we don't like thick chicken breasts, so I tend to fillet them in half. So you just close the closing cut here, and you open it up. So you guys can see, look at that. Boom, 2 equal pieces of chicken breast. So I'm gonna do up a couple of these. There's a little bit of fat on this one I wanna get rid of first. So you wanna trim up your, trim off your fatty pieces before you cut it. It makes it easier to cut afterwards. And again, you just close it. And this is our color-coded chef's knife. It does come as a set with the closing cut. They do pair off very nicely together. So you can see you have some beautiful butterfly breast, butterfly fillets now. And move that to the side. And now I can cut them into little strips. So then they can go on the grill, and it'll only take a couple of minutes for it. So this grill, honestly guys, it's brand new, just came out for the spring and summer catalog, and it is flying off the shelves. Everybody is loving it for the fact that you can grill indoors and outdoors. It is great for people who like to go camping or cottaging. And anybody who has an apartment and they can't have a barbecue, you can use this. And honestly, it is an amazing grill. We do steaks on it all the time, and it you can do all the different meals of the day. So like this morning we did breakfast, we can do eggs on it, bacon on it. At lunch, flatbreads or paninis. My husband did tortilla shells in it today, like flat tortilla shells with cheese and meats and everything like that. So it is really cool. And you think with all this space I would have more than enough room, but I always find I run out of space. So we're gonna season our chicken breast before I throw it on the grill. I'm just using a little bit of garlic and herb because I find with all the lemon, it does get a little overpowering. So I didn't want to put the lemon spice, which we'll be using in the dish in a minute. I didn't want to do that on the chicken and overpower it too much. So there we go. So I don't know if you heard, but the grill beeped behind me. And it's now saying that we can add our food. So, nice seasoned chicken breast. And we close it up. And it's now grilling behind us while we finish up this recipe. So next, we're gonna drain the artichokes. So you just wanna buy like the artichoke heart. So I have drained it right here under the sink. And you're gonna add it into the manual food processor. Just like that. Then we are also going to add some parsley, and this is in the herb mill. And like honestly, guys, like I don't know if you guys can see this well, but actually, I'm gonna do a little bit in this bowl so you guys can see how awesome it chops up. So this recipe actually told you to put it in the manual food processor and you would just chop, 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 chop. But then it came out with the herb mill. So see, nice, fine, fresh herbs from your garden. So if anybody does their own herbs, this is a great tool for chopping them up. And then we're also going to add in our oil and our rub and garlic. So we need a quarter cup of oil. There we go, there's our quarter cup. And then we need to do 4 garlics. And if you like more garlic, you can obviously add more to it. So you just put your garlic in our garlic press. And then just squeeze her. Our garlic press you don't need to use, or you don't need to remove the outer shell because it stays right inside. So for anybody who loves using garlic but hates touching it, you don't need to touch it anymore. And it comes with this, I call it a Barbie brush because it looks just like a Barbie brush, brings me back to my childhood days. And it just scrapes it off as you can see. And then for the pieces that is inside, you just scrape it and boom. Fresh garlic, so much cheaper than buying it in the jar. And then, last but not least, we have to add in our rub. So we're gonna use our lemon garlic rub. These pouches, these come in our Taste Bud subscriptions, which is really cool because it comes with recipes and it also comes with spices. We're doing 2.5? Oh, okay. I did 1 tablespoon. A little bit more rub than it called.